when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Throwing is Wilson. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And the Cardinals, they trot out their dime package for 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now, because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now, because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
They'll run with Chubb. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Second down and goal. Wilson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A huge win defensively there on the sack, setting him back 12 yards. And now 3rd and goal. After the sack, they come up on 3rd and goal from the 18. Now Wilson. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Off the play fake. Murray. Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. These two teams, they met up in Seattle earlier in the year with the Seahawks coming away victorious. So a win here in Seattle, tough as that may be, would give them the season sweep. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Murray. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a 1st down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Murray going to throw. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Here comes Marquez Stevenson now from his end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 1st down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And, Charles, what a battle this is within the division, because these guys, they've got the lead, but not by much. On the other side of the field, they're knocking on the door and trying to equal them in the wins category.
And I love that second part that you talked about, equaling them in the wins category, because if somehow you get down to the end of the year and they're tied in record, head-to-head's always the first tiebreaker. So the winner of this game, they'll have a big advantage.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Seahawks 3.
Now Wilson on 1st down. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now it's Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Gerald Everett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Dancing to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. To throw, it's Murray. Rolling to his right. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Over the middle, complete. It's Hopkins. And down inside the 15 he goes. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Murray now to throw. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Murray again. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will knot us up at 10. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Santos now to add the PAT. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17 to 10. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Past midfield, look out. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Seahawks. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5.
Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
To try again after the sack. Murray, he finds his man, complete. That's more. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. the gun on third down. Murray. Flushed out right. He's going to look deep for more. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
A very good punt, but a 16-yard return.
And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Seahawks on one play have taken the lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining.
Murray now on 1st down.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Eric Wilson
picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. Taking it about the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And Charles, they trail here. They're not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half. But when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. And he's got room. 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage and anybody could run them down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys.
Nah. And that is caught. Touchdown Cardinals. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big game.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. They'll find Everett there, complete. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Well, he does have one touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a second time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that 1st touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Murray now on 1st down. Steps away to his left. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Throwing again, Murray. He finds his man, complete. It's Moore. His 2nd catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona.
DeAndre Hopkins, his third touchdown now on the year.
And the Cards have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third.
Santos with the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the third. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
And this will be a Seahawks 1st down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Wilson.
That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
A little bit of daylight on that 1st down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Well, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, Week 8 to be exact. And it was the visiting Seahawks who were victorious in that one. So they now look for the sweep here back home in Seattle.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time, we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Everett.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
A potential field goal, if you're thinking about that, almost 55 yards from here as they try to get closer on 3rd down. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
We'll see if they can grab the lead. Either way, what a job their defense did to force the turnover on downs to set up this opportunity.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Space to run past the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now Leonard Fournette. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. On 2nd and 9, Murray flush to his right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Whistles in a timeout at the 2:05 mark. So this defense wanting to get one more pause in before the 2-minute warning, and they do just that. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is. But that's not going to help the cause as he stops short of the 10. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
No timeout. You got to go quick here.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Throwing now is Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
He hits his target, Lockett. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Now Wilson. Buying time to his left.
And that's going to be caught. Dwayne Eskridge.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Wilson to throw. Being chased out left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. Here's Wilson to throw. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win, and his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So there was a little meat on that ball, a little more than a chip shot considering the circumstances, but he's able to bang it home, and he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. Off the squib kick, he corrals it inside the 25. Murray, one final try. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Seahawks, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll have another home date next week as the L.A. Rams come to town. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, it's a bit of a setback as they drop this